Hey guys, Jarek here. I have some gun game gameplay for you in Battlefield 3. I just had my mind blown a few seconds ago. I was trying to watch this footage so I can add a commentary to it. I opened it with Windows Media Player, it would add some weird distortion to it, so I figured whatever. Opened it with VLC and it was very choppy, the frame rate was really bad. Then I decided to try to open it with Chrome, and it plays flawlessly. I'm watching this through my web browser right now. It's pretty amazing, because if you do recording, you know how big these files can be, and I've switched over to a new recording program called Mirillis Action, and the files are not very big. This file I'm watching that's around 8 minutes long, 1080p, 60 FPS, it's only about 2 gigabytes, so Chrome can handle that. This blows my mind that Chrome plays this video better than any actual dedicated media player does. That's pretty crazy to me. But hey, gun game. If you guys know me, you know I love gun game. You know I really have a lot of fun in Battlefield 3. And something about gun game just works really well when it comes to Battlefield. It does something that I wish all other gun game modes in all other games would do. Have a gun rotation. I like gun game, you know, I still play it in games like Counter-Strike and Call of Duty when it comes to Black Ops and stuff like this. But my biggest complaint about those is that it's always the same guns. Every single round, every game, every gun game, it's always the same gun rotation. And it gets a little repetitive. The only variable really is the map you're playing on. Whereas in Battlefield 3, you have all these maps you want, but the gun rotations could be pistols only, they could be SMGs only, they could be snipers only, shotguns only, they could be a combination of just everything shoved in together, which typically is what happens, just random guns with random attachments. I love that. I wish this would be a thing, and sometimes it can lead to a lot of anger. Like this game putting the Mark 11 in with a suppressor, which is terrible because that bullet speed is awful. Now, as I said, I have a lot of fun with gun game in Battlefield 3, but there's one thing about this that's turning me into a salt bucket and making me so mad. Gun game is pretty much dead in Battlefield 3 in North America. Why this is, I have no idea. If I want to play a gun game match, I will need to join a European server, typically in Germany or the UK. It's normally where they're more active. But there are no active Gunmaster servers in North America. I have no idea why this is the case, but it's been this way for a while now, and it's pretty infuriating to try to play a gun game with 200 ping. You'll see it in this game. There'll be a lot of situations where it's like, wow, I really should have gotten that kill, but instead, since my ping is so bad, they pretty much turned the corner way longer than before I saw them. I still was able to win. It was kind of sloppy. It wasn't the best recording of my life. I was stuck on the knife for like 4 or 5 deaths because I found out having such a high ping would cause some really strange things to happen. First off, I realized, and this has nothing to do with ping, but I realized if you have your knife out and you press the melee button, you'll only swing once and then you'll just stop. So for me, my melee button is the middle mouse click. That's what I usually push the knife when I'm holding a main gun. I kept trying to click that and it would only swing once and then it wouldn't swing again, and that got me killed a few times. So you need to actually click the fire button for that to work. And the other thing is just that when you have such a high ping, it causes weird collision detection when it comes to the knife. It's kind of strange, but hey, I managed to win in the end. But still, I would really like to know why the only active Gunmaster servers are in Europe. It's confusing. You know, I can't come to any conclusion as to why that would be, why Europeans would like it, but North Americans wouldn't. And for the most part, it wasn't just other Americans populating a European server because that's the one that was active. I only saw like 1-2 other people the entire time playing, and I played for like 3 hours that had a ping similar to mine. Everyone else had pings that was like 30 to 50, so they were living over there close to wherever the server was. There's another situation that's very similar to this, and I mean there's a great situation there where it's like I, with the correct ping, easily would have won, but no. But there's another situation that is very similar to this that also confuses me, and that's when it comes to Team Deathmatch. Now, there are active Team Deathmatch servers in North America. Definitely there are. But every single one of them are no-share canals only. 24/7, constantly, no-share, 500 tickets. Which, to that I will say, I understand that map is probably the best map for Team Deathmatch. But I'll put an analogy out there. I understand that Dust is the best map in Counter-Strike history, but you know other maps exist too, right? Like, I don't want to play one map over and over and over again. But I'm pretty much forced to, unless I join a European server, because they have European servers that aren't no-share canals 24/7, and they're actually active. None of these servers exist in North America. There's one server that is sometimes active, that is a no-share canal and Carg Island mix, but other than that, it's basically no-share only. Why? Why does this happen? It's confusing to me, very confusing to me. It's actually pretty infuriating, because as much as I like that map, it is my favorite map, as I've said, I want to play something else too. You know, other maps exist, I don't want it to be that repetitive. And speaking of gun game in Battlefield 3, it does some very strange things. You're able to shoot before you can pull up the weapon. So, a lot of times, like what you saw me just do, I was spamming an SVD at someone, and then magically RPG shot out of nowhere. Kind of annoying, because if it didn't just instantly shoot and it gave me time to like lift the RPG up, I probably could have got a triple kill out of that with all the enemies that were nearby. That's something I wish they would kind of change. But they didn't. So, I don't know, kind of strange. It feels like this game mode... It's very strange, because this game mode feels like it was tacked on later on in Battlefield 3's lifetime. Like, just kind of a... we'll make it work. But it works really well. It doesn't feel like a shoddy mod. It feels like an official game mode, which that's exactly what it is. And I did manage to win, as I said. Although I did get about 4 of those 50-point assists just from slashing someone with a knife. Because you can be behind them, but since the hit detection is a little strange, it doesn't always work. And there is where I figured out if I'm mashing the melee button, it won't keep swinging. I would have won right there. And I honestly wish they would change this. You should have to get a backstab to win. If I slash someone in the face with a knife, that shouldn't count as winning Gun Master. That's not what I ended up doing. I ended up getting a backstab anyway, but personally that annoys me, because I've gotten into situations before where people have won because I blasted them point blank with a SPAS 12, and for some reason they didn't die, and then they just slashed me with their knife because I was already hurt and I died, and they won. I don't know, it doesn't feel fair to me. To me, in order to win, you should be behind other people. You got the flank, and you would have won anyway. But hey, there you go. I died a lot. I'm not really that happy with this footage, but I wanted to upload something Gunmaster related and just rant about why there are no Gunmaster servers in North America. Can we fix this, please?